the homelessness in
Oh
LA.
my God, I'm beyond myself.
And let me just, I know you are, but let me just give a perspective because I moved out of Los Angeles 7 years ago. I lived here for 25 years. When I came back recently to do The Masked Singer, and I was completely shocked at what has happened to Los Angeles. It is night and day. The problem with mental health, addiction.
What are you talking about, Jenny? How dare you? How dare you say that? They just need a place to live. These are open air asylums, open air shooting galleries.
Yep.
That's what we have, where people are dying at the rate of 3 a day in the streets of Los Angeles County. 3 a day. Every day that our politicians keep up the hoax that this is a housing problem, it kills 3 people every day.
If they're so worried about health and the coronavirus, why don't they bring up the possibility of the plague?
Well,
from
think
rats?
about well, first of all, what if corona gets into this population? It's going to be bad times, number one. Number two, if corona were killing 3 people a day in this county, people would be freaked out. They're dying 3 a day on the streets of this, and the politicians have their head in the sand. It's morally reprehensible. It's an indefensible, and I'm morally mobilized all the time. And these people they're murderers, Jenny. They are murdering my patients with their reprehensible politicking. It's beyond.
You're going after the politicians for reckless negligence.
I would love to do that, but you can't.
You can't?
You can't. They have a veil of
But
immunity.
you can do something even better, which is run for office.
Oh, so now just you bringing that up, everyone will say he's running. No, I'm not running. Just you saying it's weird. The press will then report that it.
When I saw that, I told my husband, I'm like, Dr. Drew's coming on. He goes, tell him he needs to run.
Well,
so you have to be hearing some support from it.
Oh my God, I learned a lot by saying I wasn't going to run. I learned that the press is a lying sack of you know what because they all reported that I said that I was going to run, even though I said categorically I am not going to. It was a great study in fake news. And I learned something about people and how they feel about their votes. People would come up to me and there was almost like a sacredness. It was really impressive. They go, I would give you my vote. And they'd say it with real seriousness. And I was moved by that. And then people offered money too for a campaign. I was like, hold on.
Okay, so we know you're not running.
I'm not running, but in a couple of years, if this doesn't clean up, like really clean up,
then you'll consider the process.
I will have to.
Okay,
I will have to do something. So at that point, I'll have to.
I mean, they just really don't care about this issue. And it in my brain, I'm like, wait, what happened to humanity?
I don't. The legislatures and the state level are beginning to wake up because the populace is going, what the hell? Are you out of your minds? The governor refused to acknowledge it. The Congress, the federal Congress, our representatives don't really understand what's going on. They're not here.
Right.
They're asleep at the wheel.
That's right.
And
what people don't know is they changed the law in California from
Prop
felonies
47.
to misdemeanors, where you can steal up to nearly $1,000 a day if you wanted to.
Which my patients do. And they made it legal to use drugs and legal to traffic drugs. It's a misdemeanor. But you give a drug addict, you give them a misdemeanor citation, they just walk right out. They just throw it in the trash can immediately.
So if you were a drug addict, I would move to California.
Absolutely, which is what's happening.
Correct.
And I'd have at it.
That's right.
90% of drug addicts don't get treatment. Do you know why? They don't want it. They have denial, right? That's part of the illness. Same with schizophrenics, same with bipolars. In medical lingo, we call that anosognosia. It's literally a biological block of insight.
Wow.
The disease causes that. It also happens in dementia and stroke. If we don't treat it aggressively in dementia and stroke, we're guilty of patient abuse. We can't touch drug addicts and schizophrenics with the exact same symptom complex. It's the weirdest laws we must change these laws. This is what I'm chanting about all the time. There's a bill on the table in Sacramento, AB 640, that will reinstitute gravely disabled. We don't have gravely disabled anymore. There's no such thing. You have to say, I'm going to kill myself or somebody else, and then if 5 minutes later you go, I'm just kidding. You have to stand back. That's all we can do with people is nothing.
Nothing.
And these are no other country on earth lets people with brain diseases die in the streets. No other country.
It's so heartbreaking, especially me being around so much of the mental health community and thinking, oh my fucking God, Dr. Drew's the only one I see speaking on behalf of
It's unbelievable. And it'd be so easy to fix. These are patients I've dealt with for 30 years. It would not be hard to stabilize most of them.